Hello, beautiful humans. Thank you, Kim, for that wonderful introduction. My name is Asia Dorsey. I am an herbalist, an activist, and most important for today's conversation and activities, I'm an organizational ecologist for Regenerate Change. We are an organization that takes the principles of nature and helps to embed them in social movements, organizational development, in government, policy, as well as small and medium-sized nonprofits. And what I wanted to offer to you all today in terms of ecology, and especially our relationship to social ecology, is a concept and sometimes a framework for preventative conflict resolution. And so for today, we're going to be highly interactive, almost as interactive as that situation right there. And we're going to work through a series of activities to really sort of get to the core of the kinds of cultures that we want to create. And so I guess one question I would ask for you all as audience members, and I'm going to get down there with y'all, is how many of you have experienced feeling that your social movements don't work? How many of you have left sort of a project, or I see you, Sovereign, a project, a community, a home, because maybe a conflict happened and it wasn't ever resolved? Or you felt that the community was fake because they proclaimed to believe in certain ideals, but you didn't experience that as a part of the organization. What I want to, thank you for that. What I want to contribute is that conflict, instead of thinking about it as an aberration or something that's not supposed to happen, one of the most important things we can do within our organizations is design for conflict to take place and create what I call preventative conflict resolution. And so before we start, I'm going to ask some folks to come up here to the center. Yep. Whoever wants to play with me today, you can come on up to the center, and we will be a little bit more relational as we're out here. Come on up. This is y'all's energy fair, okay? I'm getting ground level so that you get that it's important to stay grounded. Okay. Oh, you going to play with us too? Yeah, what's your name? Rosalie. What a beautiful name. Thank you for coming up here. Yes. So we're going to play an activity. One of the things that keeps our relationships alive is understanding that we don't already know who it is we think we already know. We walk around and we put people in frameworks and concepts, and then we stick them there. For example, the mother that you have in your imagination is the woman that existed for you 20 years ago. And it's very hard for us cognitively to understand that our mom is not the mom that raised us, right? And so we often interact with our mom, for example, from a place of thinking that we already know. But our question and our inquiry for being in better relationship is, what would it be like if we didn't already know? And so the game that we're going to play, this activity, it's called I Don't Already Know. And in this activity, we're going to have you all in pairs. We're going to have a person A and a person B. So cute. Oh, They are perfect. They got it. They're getting it. So, person A is quite simply going to look at person B. You're going to ground in, maybe by looking into each other's eyes. I don't know. There we go. We got some noticing language. There we go. We had so much fun yesterday. And for 3 minutes, you're simply going to share all the things you do not know about that person. And then you're going to switch. So, you. Okay. Who would like to demonstrate with me? Rosalie wants to demonstrate. Okay. Rosalie, how are you today? Good. So, what are some things that you don't know about me?
I don't know.
You don't know what you don't know. Exactly. So, Rosalie, I don't know how old you are. Thank you. I don't know what your favorite color is.
Pink.
Pink? I don't know what side of the bed you like to sleep on. I don't know what your favorite vegetable is. I don't know if you have any siblings. I don't know what your nickname is. I don't know if you've lost any teeth yet. So what don't you know about me? She doesn't know what she doesn't know. That's a perfect answer. Do you all get how the game works? Yeah? All right. So we're going to get in our pairs. And if you don't want to participate in pairs, the number one rule is that you never have to. But I would love if we had someone scouting out the vibes just to see what's possible. Okay? So if you don't want to participate, you're still a part. Everybody's in, nobody's out. Okay? So we're going to take these 3 minutes and we're gonna explore what we don't know. At the end of the 3 minutes, I'm gonna say switch. Okay, and then you all are gonna switch, and then we're gonna come back and see what happened. Okay, ready, go. All right. It is time to switch. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of stuff you don't know. All right, switch partners. All right. And that would make time. Yeah. Hi. Okay. Yeah. Connie. What's your name? Okay. We are going to pause. We are looking for Courtney Graham. Maple is at the stage. Courtney Graham, if you are here, Maple is at the stage looking for you. Yeah. So Maple is going to hang out with me. You're going to hang out up here, and then your mommy will come, okay? Yeah, they'll be right back. There we go. There we go. So, okay. Please, please do. No, it's all good. It's all good. There we go. So what was it like to sit and acknowledge all the things you didn't know about the person you were with?
Really long.
It was really long.
Yeah.
So
And it was interesting coaching when you said maybe it's long enough that you will get less superficial, and I got less superficial immediately.
yeah,
So that was interesting.
yeah. I'm curious about what was your resistance to the length?
Just got uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think it does. One of the barriers to preventative conflict resolution is often the huge discomfort of having a blow up is nothing in comparison to the small discomfort of being authentic
Yeah.
and seeing and noticing and being with each other. Like staying with the trouble of being seen is one of the things that helps us to stay with the trouble if it does arise. And it also gives us some of the tools to begin to humanize some of the people we're experiencing. I'm curious about you. What was your experience?
When I was listening and he was telling me all the things he didn't know about me, I, I sort of pitied your brain. Um, I, I, I was impressed by your ability to keep going and to like stay present and keep thinking. But I also, because you went first, it seemed like it would be really difficult, and so I was, I would like felt some empathy for you. But I also was really enjoying answering the questions in my own head and like having all my little secrets about myself. Like I know my own name and I know what my favorite food is. Um, but yeah, it was enjoyable. Also, getting to reflect back, and that space is kind of like there was a lot of imagination involved, for better or worse.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you for participating in the I Don't Know You game. So,
Can I give you
yeah,
two quick relevant reflections?
yeah.
One is that we used to have a game that we loved, which was going around the table and saying something you don't know about me, and having each person voluntarily disclose something they don't know about others don't know about them, which was really interesting way of building community.
That was only one.
The other one I remembered a moment ago to come back to.
It'll come back. It'll come back. And so this game is one that's designed to help us to elicit curiosity. Curiosity is one of the best tool in conflict transformation because taking on the position that actually we don't know and that the story we have about the other person may not be true, being curious is a position of both vulnerability and openness, but it allows for a space of all possibility. And so, in the face of conflict, one of the ways that you could be, right, is curious. So, for example, if you live in a collective house and you notice that someone keeps moving your food to another place, often we will take that on as a sort of offense. But one way we can be is actually curious and ask the person, like, hey, what's up with that? What are you up to? And often, this is one of the ways that we can diffuse sort of a volatile conflict before it arises, is simply just asking a question. And so, in the next game, the curiosity game, this is a fun one. So, in this game, we are going to be in dyadic space again. But this time, you have the opportunity to either ask something that you're deeply curious about the other, and the other can pass. They can say, pass, right? After that round of asking and or passing, the person who is receiving the curiosity gets to say what they wish the other person had asked of them, what they wish the other person was curious about. Okay? So I'm going to demonstrate. We're going to demonstrate a round of curiosity, and then we're going to give y'all the opportunity to play with us. So welcome. Come on over. We're playing. You don't have to. You can sit and watch. But getting into the game is getting into your life. So choose what you like. So we're gonna be curious. Yes. Okay, we're gonna start. So hi.
Hi.
I'm curious about the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning.
Oh, that's a sad story. I just roll out of bed and try to get ready for the day. Sometimes I pray. Sometimes I say my prayers before my feet hit the floor. That's the best thing.
Who do you pray to?
God. I just pray to God.
Yeah. So I'm really curious about what's the first thing you notice about yourself when you look in the mirror?
Usually my hair is messy.
Usually your hair is messy. Did you have a childhood hair crush?
David Bowie and Labyrinth. You didn't even go?
Yes. I'm wondering, did your parents ever have a sex talk to you about reproductive health and your first moon and things like that?
My drunk dad told me what sex was like when I was in 2nd grade.
Oh,
So it wasn't a good memory.
got it. We don't make light of things that aren't light.
Well, I mean, I can laugh about it now, but it was very uncomfortable. I think they all are.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what anyone says.
Absolutely. Thank you. Wonderful. So I'm curious. What questions do you wish I was curious about?
I don't have any preference. I like that they were, I non sequitur. I couldn't guess which question was going to come out of the last one. But I don't know. Me and you have a little bit of rapport, so I don't mind being so open with you. But if it was somebody that, I worked with or something like this, it would have been harder to answer these questions as honestly as I answered them with you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that demo. Okay. So we're going to do a round of curiosity. And what we'll do on the onset is we will choose our spice level. And so what that looks like is you could say, apple juice. I would like apple juice spiced questions, or you can ask any other spice level that you like. Okay? Does that make sense? Not spicy at all. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do a round of this, and then we're going to go back and forth, and then we're going to reflect and see what's possible. Okay? So we'll give you all 3 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to have a round of what you wish others were curious about you. Okay. All right, y'all. So now switch. All right, y'all. It's time to answer what you wish you had been asked. All right. We are transitioning. Yeah, we are. Yeah, so I'm curious. I want to collect one data point about that experience, and I'm wondering if it felt as long as the first activity. No. Yeah, who would like to share what came up for them in that activity? Come on up.
It was really satisfying to be able to give a response versus the last time where it was all these questions that I couldn't answer. And then it was cool to take those pauses in between questions also to just kind of feel that connection and that curiosity develop.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for participating and a light play break. And so what I really encourage is that we implement and use curiosity in our daily life instead of jumping to conclusions and assuming that we already know. One of the wonderful tools that we have is just to be curious. And it's one of the tools that we can use that can de-escalate a conflict that we think or thought was inevitable by helping us to get clear. And so with that,
I'm just like, yeah, you take a few breaths before responding
that's right.
in anything, and whoever you're with, and make eye contact.
Yeah.
So different, your response.
It's so different, truly. So I want to thank you all for playing with us in this little intermission and getting your curiosities heard and handled. And we are going to move on to the music. So thanks for playing with me, y'all, and we will be in touch.